All right, good morning, folks. Welcome to Coffee and Craps with John from the YouTube channel Pro Craps here on Casino Gaming TV. So we're rolling. It's Thursday already. This week is flying by. So wow, pretty cool stuff. A few announcements to make here before we get rolling into the rollout. Hold on, let me minimize that window here for you, for me rather. All right, typical stuff this morning. Nothing really earth-shattering. DiceCon, of course, the constant reminder of DiceCon. I think if you have a chance to, and I know I'm overselling it a little bit, but it's going to be fantastic. Get to Jeremy's club, Colorado Club. As a club member, one of the things he does is he does a monthly kind of state of the club sort of thing. It's a live stream that he does to kind of give you kind of what's going on with all of us club members. And he announced this during this one, what's going to happen at DiceCon. He put the full itinerary out. So all the events that he has planned, the different outings and all that kind of stuff. It's going to be really fun. Again, we're doing a live Coffee and Craps from a casino with somebody from Golden Touch. We have a lot of neat things planned for this thing, besides some of the tours that we're going to do. Craps crawl at downtown Fremont Street, and a lot of interesting things for sure. He's got a host that he's hooked us all up with a host. If you don't already have a casino host, there's a host that will take care of all of us. So there's show discounts and all sorts of good stuff. So if you can get in there, get in there. Get over there and do that. It's really going to be cool. Milestone watch. As you can see, I took Waylon off because Waylon hit his 1,000 yesterday, so he's off the list now. We don't care about Waylon anymore. He's done. Waylon tried to go live last night. I missed it when he went live. Apparently his live stream was actually live while he streamed it, but then this is not easy, right? I'll tell you all this now. Not so much the doing it live, but like the software that you get from YouTube sucks. There's all these other vendors that have decent stuff. StreamYard, Restream, I use Ecamm, there's OBS. It's hard to get the software right. Greg will tell you it's really hard to go live and get it right. Ken will tell you it's a pain in the ass to get it right. Waylon found out yesterday that you go live and you turn your phone off and it never stops to stream and you can't get it uploaded and it becomes an 11-hour fiasco. It's a pain in the butt to go live. So bear with him as he gets through the growing pains. And Waylon, I offered you, I'll give you we can Zoom call if you want to and I can walk you through some stuff. I've got now a better part of a year under me. Vince has got a better part of a year under him doing it. Yeah, the thing is, Vince, if you don't click off right, it doesn't work. And Waylon had a thing where it never stopped his stream, you know. I started out using StreamYard. StreamYard is great for $20 a month. It's pretty cool. Now I use Restream to do the dual stream. So I actually set a what do you call it? A show at a time and date in an app called Restream that I pay $20 a month for. And then I can tell that to go to Casino Gaming and Pro Craps, and then I stream to that. And it puts the thing out for me. So that's how this all works. But it's a pain in the ass. And if you don't get it right, it's a bad look, right? And that's so, you know, we'll get there for sure. Midmo, I was scared too, actually. But here's the thing that got me over it, frankly, was I teach for a living. I used to have such fear of public speaking, like pee your pants kind of fear of public speaking. It was awful. And when I was at my old job, this is going back about 5-6 years, my team was we did this big thing on my team. Matter of fact, I've got a patent on my wall from the work that we did on that team. And I was chosen to be the one to present that to the CEO, the board basically, and all the car dealers that we were servicing at the time. And it scared the crap out of me. And I remember like not remembering a word I said, just getting through it. After that, I got a job teaching, part-time teacher position. And again, I needed the extra money, so I took it. It was a friend of a friend kind of a thing. And having to teach in front of adults every day, and it was a 46-week course or 26-week course that I taught. Having to speak in front of them every day for 46 weeks just broke me of public speaking fears. And when COVID hit, we went from teaching in person, which was fine, you know, I was getting good at it, to having to come home and I taught from my basement. Basically, we did Zoom teaching. So I taught from Zoom for the last 2 years, and I've gotten really good at just looking at the camera for the most part, making decent eye contact, teaching through it, and it's not that bad. It isn't that bad. You're going to get used to it for sure. You should do it. The The thing is, and I will tell you this, and I've been saying this all along, the reason why there's a Casino Gaming TV YouTube channel and a Pro Craps channel is because live streams, the way that YouTube algorithm works, the way that they categorize your content, it was bringing my Pro Craps channel to flat. We were not growing at all. We were getting buried by the algorithm. When I did the split from Casino Gaming to Pro Craps, my channel was, you can see my viewership goes through the roof on Pro Craps, because the content that I put there now is selected content from these shows. I basically pick out 15, 20 good minutes from a show, make that a video for Pro Craps channel, and they're great because they're short for the most part, they're on point for the most part, and they go. Live streams help though, because live streams I think made the difference for me personally because of all this, right? If I wasn't going live every day, we wouldn't all know each other. There wouldn't be people sitting here hanging out with me every morning. That built community within us. We built some great friendships here. But over the course of time, you need to grow your channel a little bit. My audio is lagging in the video. That's a bummer. I can't do much about that. Let me take a look. Hold on. Let me see something. Yeah, it's the apologies on that. I can see it too on my feed over here. There's a lot of wires that go into this. So hopefully when YouTube stitches it together, the audio will click up. And when I leave my screen and go to the table, you won't notice it at all. Anyway, going live is really cool. It built community. I think we're in a good spot. I think as a group, we're in a great spot. And I think that the casino channel being a separate thing is going to be good for that channel to be what it's going to be, which is our own personal TV station, and let me do the Pro Craps thing by itself. So let's see. In aversion therapy, is that what you're talking about when I did my big speech? I'm gonna tell you, Greg, that was a speech in front of like 200 people. That was the scariest day of my life. And it was like, so here's the story about that. This is a great story. My team solved the unsolvable problem. This is one of those, or I can really put a feather in my cap on this one. Really, if you ever done web development, whoever has done web development, if anybody's out there has done web dev, responsive web design is pretty hard to do. And responsive web design is the magic that says, here, my website looks great on my desktop, and it looks just as great on my phone, where everything shrinks down, you can read it and all that. It's right. Not terribly difficult. It's difficult for certain industries. Car industries are very difficult to do it for because car dealer websites have got thousands of specifications for cars, tons of words, many, many pictures. People are usually driving in their car when they're looking. It was hard. And we had to tell the car dealers that all the marketing that they had done for all these years, we did all this research. The way that you market, y'all remember the old car dealer ads, the yellow paper, the yellow sheets of paper in the newspaper with gross big giant prices? Research shows that on the web, people don't respond to that as they do in print. We changed the entire industry. We said, look, you cannot market this way anymore. It was a big deal. That was a scariest week of my life. But we got through it. It was pretty cool. And if you look at some of the websites that are out there for car dealers now, if you've ever shopped for a car online, I wrote the code for that. I wrote the code for a part of that at least. And it's really cool that even 6 years later, that's still the standard. And the competitors to the company that I worked for still haven't caught up to that. They still can't figure out how we did it. We did it. It was pretty cool stuff. Anyway, side topic. That got me over the hump of public speaking for sure. Anyway, let's talk about where we are here. We are on tap. ProCaps, what's coming up for us? As you know, we're working through this week 410 Bank Street yesterday, offensive line the day before, trying to get all my strategies out. I'm going to spend the weekend filming strategies. I'm going to be all weekend here filming. Now, what I've been putting out on the ProCaps channel is these kind of 45-minute videos where it's like, here's the explanation, and here's a little demo, and then here's me rolling it out for half an hour. I'm gonna do a new set of videos for every strategy that I actually play, the Toolbox strategy series. They're gonna be like 10-minute videos. I'm gonna do just on the table, explain the bets, no live rollout, but explain it and showcase all the options. Short video that'll link into the longer form video. I think it's gonna be pretty cool. I think it's gonna be what the people want. So we're gonna do succinct, short, how to play a strategy video leading you to the long one if you want to see a long one. And then when I do my nighttime lives, just constant rollouts of these things. I should have filmed myself last night. I was actually on the table for 2 hours last night rolling out what we're going to see today. it'll be interesting for sure. So today we're gonna do this. Not that. We're gonna do this. Actually, I'll put this up. Today's thing is gonna be this. Now, so Vince, Screw the Family, I've got to do the filming because some of the videos need to stand the test of time. Like if you want to say, what's the best way to play the Iron Cross? You search for YouTube for that. I want my video, the crossbow video, to come up, and you're gonna want a 10-minute thing to look at. Like, here's how you play it. So that's what you're gonna get with that video. If you want to see and sit and have a cup of coffee and watch a YouTube video for an hour, I got one of those too on the same strategy. So that's why I'm doing it, because there's people that want the short, people that want the long. Live is the way to go. I love the live stuff, and I'll do live all the time for sure. Dr. S, you sent me the Stern 3.0. I have an email on this from you that I bookmarked. It's in my email. It's got this little star on it. I'm waiting to come out here and run that out. So I will at some point do the Stern 3 just so people can see it. Maybe a good time to do that would be during the next couple of weeks when we're doing our team play stuff. And team play kind of starts today. Okay, I'm going to show you something. We're going to do these two strategies, the 410 Bank Street, which I did yesterday. It's the 410 aggressive play, and the offensive line. We're going to do them both at the same time. And the nice thing about the offensive line is that I can do don't pass or pass. Either way, we can run it both ways. So I can adopt to the table with that one. I'm going to run it don't pass with the 410 today. We're going to run opposite strategies and see if we can't make money between the both of them and see how that works out. Whenever you do strategies that are kind of opposed on both sides of the 7, you end up hedging yourself out. I think this one's different because the 410 wins good amounts, and we're working to come out, and there's goodness to that one that's separate from the 7. So I think we're going to try it today and see how that thing works. You can always run it from the pass line too, and we'll see. So anyway, that's today. To remind you, the offensive line, it's up to 4 units or so per hand, okay? It's a 1-unit pass line or don't pass line. We're gonna attack the line with the O-line. We're gonna attack the wins. We're gonna do a progression. I do a 1-3-2-4 progression when I run the offensive line. It's my favorite way to play. I like on the second hit, on the 3s, you put 1 unit out there, then you win a unit and you add a unit, so you power press. 2 units of yours are at risk, but you're gonna come back with a guaranteed profit after that second hit. I like that part of it. And then we go after it hard. So 1-3-2-4 is how I'm gonna play it. There are other ways to progress. We will also ladder up on the losses. So 1 unit ladder on the losses. If we get a win on a loss ladder up, we're gonna parlay that and bring back profit. And then we'll jump into the progression following that. It's a simple system. Like I said, any beginner craps player could play this with enough bankroll to roll it. It's gonna be, like I said, it's a pretty safe standard way to play. It does take some bankroll to survive a bad streak, as every strategy does, but I believe that progression betting on a flat 50-50 bet is the way to make money. That's how I play Baccarat. It's how I play Blackjack. I progress with these kind of progressions all the time because you get the streaks. I always bet the streaks, so that's how we do that. The 410 Bank Street from yesterday, again, it's a single unit bet on the 4 and the 10, buying the 4 and 10 if you can, or placing them like we'll do today, and that same size bet over on the hard 4 and the hard 10. Hard 4, hard 10 presses everything up. The easy 4, easy 10 will typically same bet. Today, you're gonna see me press them up as we go. We're gonna press them up as we roll through this. I'm gonna play this all today at the $10 level because people have asked about $10 size betting on this thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and do $10 betting today. That's gonna be the plan. So do them both at the same time. We're gonna play the dark side from the don't pass line. We're gonna play the 410 from up top. And we'll do it from one rack. I'm gonna do it from one player playing both ways. I see this likely as a team play sort of a thing. It probably works better as a team, but we're gonna do it today from one rack and we'll see how this works out. You will find, obviously, there are gonna be holes in this thing when you're playing it together that you're gonna get whacked on, right? You're gonna get the point being hit and then a 7 come out and lose everything twice. It's gonna happen for sure. It happens a lot. But by and large, I've had good luck with this thing. It's been pretty fun. So that is the plan. So there's that. I think we're gonna go to the table and run them out. So I'm looking at some of the chat here. It's interesting. Albert saying live broadcast, limited viewers, and hard to fit them into script. Yeah, it's tough, right? What I found about the live broadcast, and this is why I'm doing the switch, and I want to go back to talking about this before we go to the table. The live broadcasts are great for us. And there's how many people here? There's probably 39 people here right now, right? Or 40 people or so. It's great. We're together every day. But it's limited to us. And you have to be, free when I'm doing it and watching it. If you come back and watch this thing tonight, here we are, how long? We're 15 minutes into video. I've done nothing about craps, right? People go and they just leave. They leave. They don't watch the show. If you treat it like a TV show and they watch the whole thing, great. But most people, the minute we're done here, they tap out and they don't care. So that's what ends up happening. So, yeah. All right, here we go. Let's go to the table. Let's go run this thing out. And again, I'm going to demonstrate it really quick just to make sure that we know what's happening. No need today for the rules on the screen. We're just going to have the naked table, put the light on. I'm going to run with a $600 bankroll right here. We'll put it up by the field so it's nice and visible. I've got $350 in greens. I've got $250 in reds here. And what we're going to do is play it at the $10 level. So we're going to get a $10 pass. I'll do don't pass. And we're going to do 40 bucks up in here. We're going to say 10 on the 10, $10 on the 4, 10 on the hard 4, and 10 on the hard 10. That's the setup. And I'm going to play these as two separate strategies. Now, I know it's all the money from one rack. It's all out here at the same time. I'm looking at this today as two different games. So I'm going to work these bets in one way. We're going to press up in here when we get the wins. We're going to replace over here. We're going to work the 410 as the 410. This over here, again, same bankroll, but we're going to work that as its own little ladder, its own little strategy. So the idea here is to play two games at the same time from the same rack and see how opposed they are. We say this all the time that team play can be really profitable when you're combining your money. And again, if player 1 is playing this and player 2 is playing this, do the players actually oppose each other and hedge themselves into oblivion, or can they both win? So we're going to give it a shot and see how this works out. So everything's working. The 410 Bank Street, everything works the whole time. The puck will be off here. And again, we're looking for, the whole strategy is based on hard ways, collecting, and then seeing a 7. It's like, it's all about timing. And I think we can do it. So here we go. We're out right now. Everything's live. Let's roll it out and see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and actually switch the camera so you can see the dice land. Let's get the bigger view going. There we go. Now you can see my dice landing in the landing zone. And again, to let you know what's going on, this section over here where the stick, you can't see the stick. And I think over here, the camera can't get the whole table in the way that, as high as I have it mounted. So I'll have to call these out from the side. If they go to the side, trust me, I'm not lying to you. That's what it's going to be. Here we go. Coming out to an easy 10. So our first point is going to be a 10, which is good. The don't pass, we love that on the 10. Here, what we're going to do is we're going to get paid 18 bucks on the easy 10. We're going to lose our hard 10. So we're going to replace the hard 10. And I can rack the 7 bucks. I have an option here to press up that 10 or press up the 4 or rack the 7. Either way you want to do it is fine. At this point, at the lowest level here, I'm going to rack that. We're going to put this over here in the front right profit side of our rack and work it that way for now. If I get another one, we can press up because I'll have two red chips, okay? Looking for a big red or something hard way. There's a 426, 426. No help to us there. There's the hard 4. That's a beautiful hit. Okay, the hard 4. Here, we're going to get paid, I'll do 20 for 2. Nice and easy. Over here, we have 10 bucks, 7 to 1. By my math, is $70 win. So 70 here, 20 here. We're going to press both of these up by 1 unit and bring 10 potentially back to our rack. Over here, I'm going to press, because we're playing with reds now, right? I'm going to press them both up by 2 reds. So we have 20 and 20, 15 and 15, and we're going to put 60 bucks back in our rack. Now, we started out with 40, 50. So this means we technically are already with the $10 profit. If we were to put everything back in here, we're at a $10 profit, which is nice at this early stage. If the 7 comes now, we don't care. We're actually out of the hand already, and we can start focusing on this guy over here. I'd like to see another hard way, though. That'd be pretty cool to really kind of jack this thing up. There. Oh, look at that. Back-to-back hard 4s. That's fantastic. You almost never see that. Beautiful. 15 over there. That'll pay 27 bucks. Actually, I'll pay that in... No, I'll pay it like that. It'll pay $27. I'll put it over here. Over here, we have 20 bucks. That's going to pay a cool 140. 125, 140 over here. That's a big hit for us. That's really a big hit. What we're going to do is make everything look like a quarter. I'm going to bring these down. We're going to make those two both look like 25 bucks. We're going to make both of these look like 25 bucks and bring the rest up into our rack. That's pretty awesome. Now, where are we in terms of bankroll and goal? We're actually doing pretty good right here. Okay, this actually comes back as well. So we're up to the quarter level because of a couple of hard way hits. We're actually already at our goal. At a $600 bankroll, your goal is 120. When I reset my rack here, and we will reset the rack in a minute, we'll be at goal, which is pretty cool. And we're at goal because of the 1 strategy. There's a 6, 2, 8, easy 8. 410 Bank Street, banked today. Love it when it happens quick. Let these things play out here. Another 6-2 easy 8. I was talking to Greg about this yesterday. He's like, I don't like your strategy. I don't like the 410. And I'm like, yeah, I know. These are all high house edge bets. These are not the greatest like mathematical plays at all. But from a win frequency standpoint, you do win these things enough times ahead of the 7. Like today, we've won three times ahead of the 7, which is what you should do. And 2 of them came hard. That's where you end up winning here. It's the win frequency. There's a hard 8, by the way. Can you beat the 7? Can I get 4 before the 7 is really what I want. Can I get 4 wins before the 7 shows up and beat it by 1? And if one of those comes hard, you're going to profit. And that's the essence of this strategy. There's an easy 4. 3-1 easy 4. So we'll lose the hard 4, but you're going to win 2 units over here on the easy 4. We're going to go ahead and replace that hard 4 and rack that quarter. Not going to press that up. Again, I'm in a pretty good spot here in terms of these bets having been paid for themselves. There's a 5-1, 6, the easy way. There's a 5-4, 9. Boy, we are crushing the box here. If you're an inside player, you're loving me as a shooter right now. There's a 6-4, easy 10. So the roll ends for this player, right? This easy 10 is going to pay 50. We're going to lose that. We're going to replace it. We're going to stay at this level. We'll lose here. Now, let me get a quick rack check for you, and let's see where we are. I'm going to move these out of the way for a second. I'm going to take 2 greens and make that look like 400 bucks. I'm going to put another chip in here, another separator, put these greens in. That's 500 bucks in green off that first shooter. If I were to take these 4 slots of red, that's 600 bucks. That's our starting bankroll, which means everything in the front of my rack right now is profit town. Let's see where we landed in profit. I'm going to separate these out by their numbers. There's 100 bucks in red. There's another 100 bucks in red. So we have a $200 profit on that first shooter. Again, just on the 410. The 410 gave us a pretty stout profit. Bye-bye. This is it. You're cashing out. You're going home. You're at your goal at this point. We're going to go ahead and keep playing through profit. I'm going to leave. I'm never going to go into here anymore. And in fact, what I'll probably do, if I'm smart, is this. I'm going to bank this up. Here in my rack, there's $100 saved profit. Matter of fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these reds out of here and grab a black for it, because my actual chip rack is light on reds. And I'll take these out as well. Apologies for the fumbling around with chips here, but that's what it's going to be. There's 2. So our chip rack right now, if I put these in, actually put them in the end here, there's our 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 700 bucks. So we have $100 locked in profit. I have $100 out on the table right now, and I have $100 that we're kind of playing with. So we're gonna try and turn this 100 now, this is my short stack, into more profit with the same strategy. Come out to the don't pass with $20 because we lost at the $10 level. Puck is off, we're gonna come back out and start the whole thing over. But again, I've locked, right? We locked up our guarantee is $100 right now. And again, this strategy at 600, my guarantee should be 120. So we're gonna put potentially $20 at risk as we go. There's the 1, 2, 3, ace deuce, which is great. That's gonna pay down here $20. No effect to the 4-10 play. So if we do a 1, 3, 2, 4 progression, there was the one bet we put out there. We get paid one from the bank. We're gonna add that same level, 4 units, to this. We're gonna stack it all up. Now, normally you'd stack it high, but for visual purposes, I'm gonna stack them like this so you can see that we have a 3-unit bet, and a unit right now is 4 chips high because we laddered up after a loss. So we have a 3-unit bet, a unit is 4 chips in our progression. We get this thing over here, we lock up another profit on the 7. Let's see what happens. We didn't get it, there's a 6-1-7. That's a bummer, that was a pretty interesting try to do that. Now here's the deal, we put out a bunch on that, right? We put out 4 units, $40, and we lost. We ladder up to 30. We're gonna have to play in here a little bit harder to make that up. There's a 1, 3, 4. That's actually super cool. We're gonna lose the hard 4. There's your new point, by the way. We're gonna get paid twice over here. We're gonna go ahead and replace that hard 4. Now I'm just playing here, same bet up in here, until these things win. Now what you can do, if you felt like it, is to press these up to 50 each. I can take that 25 and I'll break it down and bring these back down to base and take a nickel back home. That's not a bad play, right? Reduce your exposure here, double those things up, and try and get some extra juice out of here while you're playing this thing out. And again, we're just reinvesting up in here. There's a 6-1-7. All right, 6-1-7. So that's all good. This was all profit play. It was an aggressive move, and again, this is an aggressive strategy. So we'll take these out. That's a 6-unit bet. I'm gonna pay 6 units, and we're gonna come back out with our last bit of excess and we'll have 1 chip left. And we're gonna have a 3 stack, right? Our progression is 1, 3, 2. I have no money left up in here, right? I'm not dipping into this is discipline. We're not gonna dip back into our bankroll to go back out if I don't have it. My choice is to simply parlay and use this money here to come back out. I'm gonna play this strategy through with the money that I have to play it on. Here we go. Puck is off. There's a hard, of course, right? Of course, it's a hard 4, but that's okay. The hard 4 is fine. That's a good point for us to be on here. We're gonna let this thing play out and play this thing as smart as we can. There's a 6-3, 6-3, 9. There's a 4-2, 6. There's the 3-4, 7. So 3-4, 7. Now what I've got here is $30 times 3. By my math, that's $90. We're gonna get paid $90 on that. And again, our progression was 1, 3, 2. Take one of these back. So we're gonna regress back to a 2-unit progression. And again, we're still at the $30 level here, but we've pulled back money, which is really cool. We can come back out now. Again, we're playing with pure excess here. Come back out with our right-sized bets. And in fact, what I'm gonna do is take $50 out of that excess and drop it up here into the guarantee. Now my guarantee is $150, which is more than my initially stated goal was. I got $30 in excess, actually $37 still in excess to play with, plus what's out here on the board. Again, this is an aggressive play. This is 1, 3, 2. We're looking for our 3rd consecutive win on the don't to pump those guys up. In the meantime, I'll take a hard 4 or a hard 10 all day long. Puck is off, we're coming out. So 1, 3, 4, that's beautiful. There's the point. That's gonna pay $18. We'll actually pay at 20 for 2. We're gonna lose our hard 4. I'm gonna replace that hard 4 and take these 2 units and press the ends up. Okay, now we have reset with a little bit more juice up here in the middle. Again, we still have some excess to play with. Looking for, I'd love to get a hard 10 right here. And then a 7, that'd be perfect. There's a 6, 5, 1, 6, 5, 1, 6. There's a 1, 2, 3, ace deuce, no help. We aren't in the field. There's a 4, 2, 6, 2 by 4. There's another 1, 2, 3, ace deuce. 5, 1, 6. Again, we're actually hitting the field pretty good and getting a few 6s in there. Here we go. Hard 10, baby. Nope, that's a 6, 5, yo. Again, couple of field numbers back to back in there, it looks like, if my memory serves. Another 6, 5, 1, 6. We say it all the time, can't have fear of missing out. When you're playing the don't or you're playing the outsides, you're an innocent bystander most of the time. That's kind of the goal. There's a 6, 4, easy 10. We'll lose our hard 10. That was a $10 bet we're going to lose there. This, however, 15 is going to pay, I'll pay it in reds, 25, 27 bucks. And again, what we'll do, replace the hard way. I have a choice here to press these up and take 7 back, which I'll do, or I could have just racked that whole 15, but we're going to collect some and press some and get some juice out here. This bet over here is actually kind of a nonsense bet. We have a no 4, and you know, if we win this bet, big deal. It's not going to cover the full thing out there. It ends up becoming a hedge at some point. I'd like to get the 10s to hit and not care about the 4 so much, like we just did. There's a pair of 6s, midnight. There's a 6, 3, 9. Oh, they ran aside. That's a 5, 2, 7. We will lose those pressed up bets. Now, out here on the line, we've got 30 bucks twice. That's actually a $60 bet if I stack them up. What I've got here is 50, 60 bucks. This actually, what I had on the board, pays exactly what I had down there. Now, it's a 1, 3, 2, 4 system. So again, the aggressive play here is to go for 4 don't pass wins in a row. We bet 1 and won it. We bet 3 and won it, brought back profit. We bet 2 and just won that. The aggressive play here is to go for 4, right? Again, we're playing with excess, so it's okay. What I'm gonna do is make the mental decision to say this. We're gonna pull back from our excess here. We're gonna lock up that green chip. We'll leave the 18 bucks out there as excess in case we need it. We're gonna have the puck off. We're gonna work just this again. I'm not gonna go dig into my guarantee or my excess back here. Again, $150 guaranteed. I'm not digging into that to play crazy. We're gonna play crazy here because that's the progression that we decided to play on. Here we go, coming out. Ah, dang it, 6, 5, yo. Well, it didn't work. It didn't work. It would have been great if that worked out. That would have been a pretty sweet $120 win down there, but it didn't work out for us, and that's gonna have to be okay, right? You're gonna put up with that kind of a loss. Again, on an aggressive play, when I'm playing with the front side, when I've already locked up my guarantee, and I'm really gonna be aggressive with it, that's the right move to make, okay? I could have very easily pulled 100 bucks off of that and locked up another 100 or another 50 at least and walked through with that. I'm happy with that level of profit, frankly. And watching these two strategies play side by side, I don't think in this particular run of it, we didn't have a situation where we hedged ourselves. We took profit off of here, and then when the 7 came, it didn't matter, it was profit play. The same thing over here. We got out of these bets to let those bets kind of shine through. If you play it smart like that, you're gonna be in pretty good shape. So that worked out well. We have some time here. Let's go ahead and reset the board here, and I'll do it one more time and see if that works out. So let me go ahead and run through here. Eric, you're funny. I just saw does my preacher know I'm teaching gambling? I'm teaching safety, right? Greg and I talk about this all the time. It's like we're in this weird spot where you're teaching how to gamble, but the thing is, people are going to gamble, right? And it's a form of entertainment. Number one, if you're careful. Number two, it can be a safe form of entertainment. It's actually it's an interesting mental gymnastics that you're talking about there. But I think our role in this world is to teach how to play this from a safe position, have fun. And again, if you're looking at this being the same entertainment money you would have spent, I'll give you an example. I went to a hockey game last weekend, not this weekend, we went to a cheap one. Last weekend I went to see an NHL game, which NHL games now are $300 a ticket. So if two of you go for a night at a hockey game or an NFL game or something, you're going to end up spend the same money you'd spend here. It's entertainment. Look at it that way. So there's 100. It's going to get our reds all set up here. I don't have these things preset, but there's 200. There's 325, $350 coming into the rack. Oh my goodness. All right, let's get those in there. And again, we'll try and get to a $120 win if we can. That'll be our goal. All right, so it's 350 and 250. I think I might have miscounted these red chips. I did. Damn it. 250, 50, 75, 1, 50. Oh, you know what? 75, 2, 250. That's what I want. I want 250 in red, and we'll do 350 in green to save room. There it is. So 350 in green, 250 in red. We'll reset. Puck will be off. Let's try this again. That was Thursday night. Now we're going to do Friday morning. We'll see how we do. In our, oh, shoot. Was not out. I forgot to put my bets out. 10, 10, 10, and 10. 6-5 yo on the come out. Loses down here. Right back out to a pressed up bet. We're going to be at level 2 out of the gate, it looks like. 6-5 yo, a repeater. That was a 6-5 yo. We're going to be at level 3 out of the gate here. We'll do a $25, $30 bet down there. This might be a quick one. We might find a magical run that crushes us right here. This is a 5, 3, 8. Our new point, first point, will be 8. Hard 10. 5, 5, hard 10. So again, that's going to pay $18 up here. This is going to pay $70 down here. So 50, 70. What we'll do is we're going to press up both of these to $15. Press up both of these. We'll do 15 on both. We'll just do 1 unit presses over here, and I'm going to bring $60 back to my rack. I'm going to replace that green that I just lost right there and put a new one in its place. We're going to start building this thing up. Again, trying to get this thing out to 625 as soon as we can. This comes back to the rack. Here we go. Still out on a point of 8. 6, 2, 8. All right, so the don't pass right now is getting hammered. So we lose 30. It's going to be a $40 replay. Now, Greg is in the audience. Greg will probably tell you that you're not going to ever accept 3 or 4 of these in a row like I just did. It's going to totally happen, right? Here we go. Let's see what happens. There's a 4, 3, 7. So the earth is telling us, right, not to be playing on the don't pass. We should probably switch to the pass line. That was $40. We're going to ladder up to 50, and we're going to switch sides. It's 4 in a row. The fades are telling us what's going on. We're obviously not getting crushed down there, so we're going to switch sides. And of course, boom, aces, right? The don't pass ladder is getting hammered. 50, level 6, we're at $60 now out there, and we can't get out. 639. Okay, 639. Here we go. This is interesting, right? You play these ladders, and this is what can happen to you. And now I've done the unthinkable, which is to try and chase the streak instead of staying put. 4, 5 in a row, though. You got to get out of Dodge. There's a 6-5 yo. That would have been nice on the come out. 6-5 yo. Let's get that 9. There's a 6-2, 8. 8 the easy way. There's the ace deuce. 1, 2, 3, but we're not coming out, so we're good. No effect. Another 8, 6, 2, 8, 8 easy. Yeah, I see your note there, Greg, about hedging the come out. You know me, I don't like to hedge the come out. I just don't. But you get beat like that, you're going to have to at some point. There's a 1, 3, easy 4. Finally, something else hits. 1, 2, 3 chips out there is a $27 win. I'm going to pay it in reds, $27. And again, we're going to lose the 3-unit bet that we had over there from the press up earlier. I'm going to replace that. And we're going to come back to the rack here with these. Again, could optionally press those 2 bets up. Will not do it right now. We're going to let them reign as they are. There's a 5, 4, 9. We hit our point, which is a $60 win down there. So 50, 60. And again, in our progression, we got to play the progression. 1 was here. Now we're going to come out with $60. So we won 1. We're going to add 1. So it's a 3-unit, where a unit is $60. 3-unit progression down here on the pass line. I'll leave those all visible so you can see them. The puck is off. These bets are still working and active. And let's see if we can't get some come out magic here, huh? It's an easy 10. This sucks. Okay. That's nice to get this win in here. We're going to lose $15 here. We're going to win $27 here. We're going to replace the 15. I will make those both look like 20 and bring this back. But the problem is we have a 10 as our point, and all our money's out here on the 10. So in this case, we're not in great shape. We're gonna have to get a hard 10 here and see what happens. 5, 1, 6. We're gonna really need to get that 10 to show up right now. 6, 2, 8. 8 the easy way. 5, 2, 7. Ooh, that was a killer. And here's that example. I mentioned this earlier, but if you're all on one side of the table, you're all in on one side of the table. So we end up getting crushed on that one. That's a real bummer. Okay, but we did win 2 in a row, which is good. We just didn't quite bring it all home there. So this time the bankroll is getting hammered on. We're going to have to increase everything. These are going to go to $20 because we were at the $10 level and we lost. They're at 20. 15, 20. Down here, we have a decision to make. Do we go don't pass or pass? What's the answer to that question? I don't know the answer to that question. We lost 4 in a row here. We won 1 and lost 1 here. We got some chop. I don't know what the answer is. I do know that I've got to put $70 out there though. And so we're going to choose the pass line. We were just there on the pass line. I'm going to stay on that side right now. Again, there's no science behind that. It's just, it's where the table's taking me right now. Let's see if we can't get some magic here. There's a 6, 3, 9. 6, 3, 9. We're so choppy. There's a 6, 4, 10. Where was that 2 rolls ago? 6, 4, 10. So we'll lose our easy 10, or a hard 10 rather. This easy 10 at $20 is bought. So that will pay $40. We're going to replace our hard 10, and I'm going to bring it all back. We're going to bring everything back to base because we pressed up. That's coming back to base. So we'll bring some money off the table. These bets are now free and clear. We just need to hit that 9. 3, 1, 4, easy 4. That's good. That'll pay $20 for 2. We'll lose the hard 4. Press, press, replace. 5, 1, 6. 5, 1, 6 the easy way. I disagree. I'm looking at the chat. My hard ways are not too high for my place bets. Okay. This strategy is these match these. That's the whole point of the strategy, is that these match, right? I know there's other ways to play it. These are 100% supposed to be the same size, if we can do it. That's the way I want them to be for this strategy. Hard 6. There's our 7. So that's going to be a complete hatchet job. Complete hatchet job. All right, we're basically running out of money, which is awesome. I love it when my strategies lose like this. Here we go. Let me get a quick sip of coffee. We'll play it out. All right, we're at level 8. On the front, I need 80 bucks to get out there. Good gravy. 75, 80 bucks. After 2 pass line losers in a row, I'm going to switch back to dark. I'm going to go back to my happy place, in other words. Up here, we're going to go to 20, 20, and 20. And again, these are designed to be same size bets. I need nickels there. The point of this strategy is that the wins on the easies pay for those hard ways. We're just looking for huge hard way wins. That's the whole point of the 410 Bank Street strategy. Here we go, coming out. Oh my God, really? 437. So we're just gonna donate all of our money to the casino this time. That's awesome. What I have left, 50, 70, I can go to 80 like I'm supposed to. That's all I've got. We're all in. Complete hatchet job. 1, 2, 3, ace deuce. I'm gonna try and use my fingers for that. I'm sorry. Ace deuce. That's gonna pay 80 bucks. That was 80 bucks. 75, 80. All I can do is leave it out there. I can't add my third one. We're gonna have to just parlay it and pray. Parlay and pray. Here we go. 6, 2, 8. Awesome. I love having an 8 on the don't pass is my point when I have no money left in the rack. That's beautiful. Beautiful stuff. 6. Oh no, 4, 2, 4, 2, or 4, 3, 7. That's great. We'll lose these. I'll accept that loss in favor of winning down here. So that's going to be 150, 160. 150, 160 coming back. And I'm going to ladder it right from this point. We're going to stay right here and ladder it from here. We'll take the $100 to the rack. We're going to go to 3 75s. We'll restart the ladder from halfway through. So now I've got 3 stacks of 75. We went from 1 to 2 to 3. Not enough money to play here. I'm going to keep this $100 in the rack. We're going to ignore the 410 for a minute. Get that don't pass to get us right. 2.4. Here we go. 4, 2, 6. 4, 2, 6. Can we grind it out? No, we cannot. 1, 3, 4. We lose our paycheck and we're out. We're out. I have $100 left. Not going to burn it. In for 6, out for 104. The first time we did great. The second time, not so great. All good. Let's get back over here and we'll chat about some stuff because it's getting to be time for work. Let me come back to this screen over here. All right, let me take my glasses off so I don't get the glare. That was fun. The first time worked out pretty good. The second time, the don't pass is what killed us. Like it's funny how sometimes the line, you'd think the 4 and 10 is the one that would be burning you all the time, 7ing out and losing the 4 and 10. The 4 and 10, both times, the first time gave us our profit. The second time, they actually kept us alive, which was interesting. The line is what crushed us that time. We could not get a line rhythm at all. The don't pass lost, the pass line lost, came back to the don't, it lost. None of that worked today on that second run. That happens. When you ladder, that will happen. And I'm glad that happened a little bit because when you ladder, and you don't get the roll that you need, you can't ladder back down again, right? There was never enough wins in a row to ever have laddered back down. The parlay only worked one time in that second session. The first session, beautiful, in and out quick. We were actually at goal in like 2 rolls. The second one, we just ground that thing into the dirt because the rolls just were opposite where we were the whole time. That happens, right? Without the bankroll, I say this all the time, without bankroll, you cannot ladder. And here's a short-ish stack, right? $600 bankroll at the $5, $10 level, not enough money in there to get you going. So it's good to see that. I think it's good that that happened live. There it is. Vince knows a loan shark. That sounds like directed at me. I could have got myself some money to get in there, right? That's funny. Jay, you're funny too. Yeah, right. We were floundering, big time floundering in there. And what are you going to do, right? You're on strategy. You're saying, I'm going to play this way. And in the morning shows especially, I say, I'm going to play this way. I'm not going to break rhythm and just do anything random. I did go from light to dark. It didn't matter. If I would have stayed dark the whole time, we still would have got crushed. So good. And that's why we do this in practice, right? This is all fake money. Who cares? You got to, and I said this to you, oh boy, when did I say this? I said this about a month ago, I think. When we talk about building a strategy, I can say all day, 410 Bank Street's the way to go. It's the best strategy I've ever made. My favorite one of all, right? Because it worked once. Actually, it worked 4 or 5 times. In front of you, you've never seen that strategy fail. I have seen the strategy fail because I've worked on that thing at night for hours and hours and hours. I've probably run the 410 Bank Street with a $500 bankroll at a $10 table 50 times. Now, it's probably won 35 to 40 times, roughly in there, right? But that means that 10 times I lost $600. The rest of the time I won goal. You got to run it hundreds of times to really know where the soft spots are, to really know if it's one you want to take with your own money to the casino. I can't win it once and lose it once and call it good or bad. That's impossible to do. And it'd be criminal of me to do that with you, right? So that's the point. Run these things in your practice sessions, whether it's on Crapsy or WinCraps or your own table with your own chips or some phone app. Run them hundreds of times. Don't just run them a few times. You got to run these things a lot because that happens. What just happened will happen to you, and it's good to see that it happens. Anyway, let's see drinks are on me. Yay. I don't have enough money to buy y'all drinks, unfortunately. But there it is. Let's see. Okay. Anything else you want to talk through? You can drop me some chats here if you want to. I have a few minutes. I don't have a meeting until about 9:30 or so, my time. But if you want other things to chat about, you let me know. Meanwhile, I'm going to go through the backwards reading the chats here. So, Dr. S, did I miss one in there? Did I miss pulling some bets down? I might have missed pulling some bets down. If I did, I'm sorry. I thought I was talking through that pretty solidly, but it's hard when you're when you're betting and talking and doing all this stuff. I sometimes will make a point after a roll gets made, and I forget if I pulled bets or paid them. I have to remember as I'm doing this to pay them as I go and then start talking. So that's going to be a thing. Yes, Skill, the undertow was strong during that roll for sure. There we go. All right, let's see. Yeah, Waylon, I win practicing every time. 410, you go live, get credit. It happens. It happens. The 410 actually has been really good for me. The 410 strategy, I think, has been that Bank Street has been my most stable strategy over the last month or so. I've worked on it for a month before I showed it to you. I wouldn't show it to you unless I worked through it. That thing, from a win percentage standpoint, wins more often than most other things I do. So it's pretty cool. So there we go. Is my mic on? You guys not hearing me again? I can see that my mouth and the voice is delayed. I don't know why that is. It could just, who knows what it could be. All right, I think. Yeah, Michael, you're saying, and Greg was on this with me too, right? When I'm on 3rd and 4th rung of the ladder going up on the pass line, that's when you might want to hedge the come out. Especially at those levels, right? I won't hedge a $25 bet. I'll probably hedge a $75 bet. You know, that you're getting into the point where it's time to start thinking about it at those highs. But your bankroll will decide how much are you willing to lose out of it, right? If you're going to put $80 out there like I did, $80 out of a $600 bankroll, that's about 12%, roughly, right? If you're willing to lose 12% of your bankroll, then go for it. If you're not willing to lose it, then you hedge it. That's kind of what that comes from. It's not so much the dollar, it's the percentage of your stack that dictates to me when I'm going to start hedging. Dr. S, no, I don't. I have a website where I'm selling, I don't want to say I'm selling, the t-shirts that I wear sometimes. There's a website that has the t-shirts. Don't buy them yet. I put it up here before. Don't buy them. I've bought a bunch of shirts from that company. They're okay in quality. Sometimes the logo's kind of crooked. They're not perfect. So I'm not putting it out there to sell those yet because I don't know that the quality's great. The spacers here, I'll show you where I get them. These spacers that I use, the ProCraps spacers, these I get from a company called Spinetti's. They're in Las Vegas at DiceCon. I just ordered 300 of them. So when we get to there in June for DiceCon, I'll be picking them up, and then I can start passing them out and selling them, that kind of thing. They're expensive. These things are not cheap. They're really cool. They're well made, which is why they're not cheap, but they're not cheap. So they're like $1.75 a piece. So when I buy these things, it's a $500 order that I've got placed down there. So when I pick them up, if you want them, let me know, and we'll start figuring out how to get them sent out. So that's that. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I hear you, Waylon. It's best to get out. But again, you know, like you always say, the ladder will eventually work and catch up to you. You will find the trend. You know, in Windcrafts, when I have like the great streaks and the bad streaks, we happen to be in one of those awful streaks at this moment, right? The big streak will come. It's do you have the bankroll to stay there long enough to be on the big streak? We didn't today. So it's good. It happens. All right, I got to get to work. It's 9 o'clock now. I got a meeting in a little bit here. So I will see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow, Friday, I think what I'm going to do is maybe break down the UIS from Waylon. I may even show you some Windcraft. I might put these two strategies in Windcrafts and show you the graph for them too. So we'll see that. DiceCon is not at any hotel. It's all, you stay where you want to stay. We're just going to have events. We're going to meet at the Mob Museum, the Neon Museum. We're going to meet at downtown one morning. We're going to have a thing at the Golden Nugget, I think, for coffee and craps one day. It's just like kind of everybody go where you want. We're going to be at different places. It's not a convention where we have a room booked with exhibitors. It's literally just 50 people coming together to play craps for 3 days. So it's going to be a little bit unorganized, but with some targeted activities for us to do. So pretty cool. All right. See y'all later on. Waylon's going to try live again. So cool. If you need help, let me know. Drop me an email. I'm happy to give you a hand. So, all right. Have a good day, all. I will see you tomorrow. Have a good Thursday. God bless, and I'll see you Friday.